Hello, my name is Daniel McKinley, and I am the designer and creator of the game Synesthesia. And today, in this video, I'm going to show you what the game is about, what you would get when you buy it, and how to play and set up the game. So, in Synesthesia, this game is based off of the medical condition of synesthesia. Essentially, what it boils down to is people having senses mixed up. So a synesthete might hear sound, or they might feel sound, or they might be able to taste sound, or other things. When you see certain colors, you might hear certain sounds, etc. So it's a crossing of senses. In this game, players are all synesthetes, each with a specific sense that they are going to be focusing with, and they'll be trying to sort out the senses more efficiently than the other players. Now this game does play in about 15 minutes for 2 to 5 players. In the game, when you buy it, you'll get the box, a bag, you'll have 45 custom dice, 270 stickers, which will be for the custom dice as well, 5 sense cards, and 1 player board, which you see set up right here. To set up, each player would each get one of these sense cards, either by choosing or at random, and you would set up the board like so, where the middle space, the number 9 space, would be empty. You choose a player at random to go first, and then they will take the first turn. A turn consists of 3 steps, as listed on the board: shift, refill, and take. The way shifting works is you pick a direction, either up, down, left, or right, and all of the dice fill in as far as they can go into the empty spaces. Each space can only have 1 die, so if you pick a direction, like this, if I pick left, this die would shift, the others would stay filled. Then we refill. We pull a random die out of the bag, roll it, and place it in the new spot. Then finally, we take a set of the dice. Now, taking works the same way. You pick either one of these colors or symbols, and you can pick up a group of the dice. Now, a group consists of any dice that share the same color of die or symbol and are orthogonally adjacent. For example, if I were to pick the eyes, I can get all 3 of these, even though these 2 are green and this is purple. Or I could pick green and get all 4 of these. I could pick lips, or I can even do something as simple as pick blue and take this. I'm going to take these green for now. Then it becomes the next player's turn. They would also pick a direction. I might shift it up this way to get these eyes grouped together. As you can see, they all shifted as far as they could. Then, in numerical order, starting with the 5th space, then 6, like so. We are filling these in. And finally, the last die. Once again, that player then gets to choose which set of dice they want to take. I would probably take the eyes on this example. Players keep the dice in front of their card until the end of the game. At the end of the game, you're going to be scoring a number of points, as shown on each of the cards. Each card has the same suit and color that matches with theirs, so sight will always be yellow. And each one of these dice that they get, they will first score for the symbols. Each eye symbol that they have will score 2 points. Each confusion die symbol will score -2 points. Then they will organize them to go in each of these spots in order to score points accordingly. For example, if at the end of the game I have 7 ears and I have more ears than anything else, I would put this in the positive scoring. So that'd be 7 additional points. Then I would score another one, then the last 2 would be negative. So you want to focus on just a few senses instead of trying to get as much as possible. Then the players would do the same with the color of the dice, again putting the yellow in your main one if you have sight, and sorting them by color. There is no confusion color for the dice. Now confusion spaces act a little bit differently. If you'll notice right here, if this was in between these, those go along with any set that you choose. So if I were to pick the 2 yellow, because this is adjacent, it automatically gets drafted with it. And that can cause problems when scoring, unless it's your color, like this player with the here, picking the purple die, that does cancel out. So it's not too bad for them. Finally, the game continues until all 45 dice have been removed from the bag and drafted off of the table. Then players will score points. It is important to note that each of the 5 senses does have an ability. Like sight, once per turn, you may place a die anywhere on the board, ignoring the numbers. Hearing, before you shift the dice, you may swap to adjacent, and so on. Each one of these has an ability. The player with the most points at the end of the game is the winner of Synesthesia. If you would like to check it out, I currently have these for sale at the Game Crafter. Just search for either Daniel McKinley Games or Synesthesia, and then you can pick up your copy soon. Thanks again, and thanks for watching.